goals in his last 2 games coming into this one. As he starts on a line with Jack McBain and Michael Carcone, the one-time Canuck prospect, and a hand pass to start things off at the 4-second mark.
The balance of the consistency of the game, home or road doesn't matter, but if they put, instead of 20 minutes together, they put 40 minutes together, now you're starting to build a little bit.
There's a shot and a save by Lankinen as Krause tested it, trying to make it 4 goals in 3 games. That was a tough stop. Now Carcone comes out on the backhand. McBain can't get a shot away. And clearing the puck is Elias Pettersson down into the Utah zone. Mikhail Sergachev ahead to Lawson Krause. Throws on the brakes inside the Vancouver blue line. Puts one on goal. Again turned aside by Lankinen. Hronek checked in the corner. McBain was after the puck. Now it's brought ahead by Sherwood for Vancouver. Pass to Hughes, who's hit solidly by Marino. Following on was O'Connor. Now Sherwood onto the puck behind the net. O'Connor chips one back to Hronek. He's got some time. Finds Hughes on the left side. In front, tipped off the post. Sherwood again.
From the corner out to the front of the net to deflect this Hughes pass. Right off the crossbars.
Off the bench is Carlson. Trying to make a move on Logan Cooley. Now he makes another move at the blue line. Linus Karlsson towards the goal. Puts one in front. Pettersson! Robbed by Vejmelka. Either that or another post.
Talked about him in the pregame show, the chances that are there. Here's the Pettersson chance. That was a strong play by Karlsson. Man, if he elevates that, it's in the net. What a play by Karlsson.
Hughes gets away from Boot. Quinn Hughes centers. Another save by Vejmelka. DeBrusk on the rebound after Karlsson was robbed in tight.
Logan Cooley higher in the zone, and then Karlsson's going to get his own chance.
Peterka moving in on the right wing. J.J. Peterka to the backhand. Goes round the net, out the far side. Feeds the line. Cole. Lamoureux into the middle. Peterka with a shot and a glove save by Kevin Lankinen. Garland keeps the puck in. Besser checked in the slot. Following up is Garland with a shot. Vejmelka backing up in the crease makes the save. And he hangs on for the whistle. Trying to get the puck to Besser going to the net. That was picked off, and here comes Utah. Keller in. Clayton Keller to the net. Drag move backhander. Lankinen with a left pad save. Came out to challenge. What a move at the Canucks end. What a save by Kevin Lankinen. Still scoreless.
And Keller was just chopping away at Sasson in the middle of the ice.
Now Garland throws one on goal. Coming out to grab that puck. Hronek, I don't know if he's trying to draw too many men call there, but he threw it right at the Utah bench, knowing there was an exodus of players. Here's a drop pass and a chance for Boot. Kicked out, rebound, stopped again. Now Cooley stopped by Lankinen, he's got the puck.
On the entry, I think it might have been, but watch this stop here. Well, this wouldn't have counted as Gunther bumps into Lankinen, who stops that one. And as the rebound pops around the back of the net for Logan Cooley, Cooley's going to come up with the puck and Lankinen down on his backside.
Tom Wielander from center shoots the puck into the Utah zone. Vejmelka out to cut it off behind the goal, but he can't get it past DeBrusk, who centers. Pettersson! And that...
On that first game together, first period together, they've looked really good.
There's a shot from a sharp angle. Vejmelka couldn't control the rebound. Camp tried to find Garland, knocked down by Nick Schmaltz, but now Garland steals the puck back, tries to center. Vejmelka tried to cover, couldn't do it. Puck deflects in front, a backhander by Garland, and Vejmelka another save. The puck comes off the stick of Baines back to Tyler Myers, and he'll start ahead with a pass to Elias Pettersson. In on the left wing with a wrist shot. Again, a little trouble for Vejmelka. Mammoth on the power play to control off the draw. Gunther to Keller. Clayton Keller into the middle, Sergachev. Wrist one in front, tipped in. I'm not sure who that hit, but it deflected past Lankinen. And with 4 minutes to go in the first, might have gone off a Canucks stick to make it 1-0.
Penalty in a period that has gone pretty well for the Canucks, burns them here as Utah scores the power play goal. Pettersson gets back to the middle. Elias to try and keep this out of the shooting lane, but it hits the left foot of Marcus Pettersson and around the right foot of Kevin Lankinen in the Utah power play that had just 2 power.
That also Gray area penalty for playing with a broken stick, potentially. Here's Sherwood in with a shot off the shoulder of Vejmelka and into the corner.
Sack a good shift on the good first shift.
Garland brings the puck in. Here's Quinn Hughes. Slap shot, tip, stop, rebound, covered.
As soon as that puck goes by, stick down, look for the rebound because it's going to be there.
Hronek with a shot, and that one Vejmelka took in the chest after Brock Boeser. Here's Logan Cooley in the Vancouver zone, through for Gunther, and that went past him and right to Lankinen. Face-off win for Cooley. Sergachev dishes off to Marino. John Marino round the net, out the near side, puts one on net. Stopped by Lankinen. The net had come up on the pegs, not off the pegs. As Utah maintains control, Marino with a shot that's off a stick and into the corner, picked up by Linus Karlsson.
The miles they skate, and when they get hit, they don't have a whole lot of equipment on either.
Well, they miss games, we don't know, right? They do get hurt, and they do miss action. They do have surgeries. Here's Ratu! Looking behind him was Vejmelka. Yamamoto played the puck to the far side. Down from the blue line. Puck centered! Ricochets off the boards, now chopped towards the goal, knocked to the corner by Kevin Lankinen. Kevin Stenlund to the middle, O'Brien stopped by Lankinen. Fourth line pressure here from Utah. Lekkerimäki breaks up the centering pass. And now Wilander at the end of a fairly long shift gets the puck ahead. O'Connor's it. Puck tipped to the far side. Tyler Myers gets it. That shift for Wilander was about a minute 40. There's a save on a long shot by Kiefer Sherwood. Many men on the ice. Here's a shot blocked. Great play there by Elias Pettersson. He springs a 2-on-1. DeBrusk and Garland. DeBrusk shoots. Stopped by Vejmelka. Myers up the middle. Sassone couldn't handle the pass. Carcone steals the puck. Sharp angle shot. And now Hughes making moves on Gunther. Hronek takes his pass. He shoots. Stopped by Vejmelka. Trying to gather the puck. Canucks Janet Cree. Centered again. They couldn't get a stick on it in front. Vejmelka's lost his stick. Here's Hronek. Slap pass. DeBrusk couldn't make contact on J.J. Peterka. Now Schmaltz will hook the puck around behind the Vancouver goal. Peterka has it in the corner. Dishes back. Sergachev with room. Tipped in. Nick Schmaltz on the deflection. And it's 2-0 Utah against the run of play.
This period, but it's Nick Schmaltz's 11th goal of the season. He hadn't scored in his previous 11 games. He gets to the front in front of Lankinen. His deflection goes down as Hughes doesn't get his stick tied up, so that allows Gunther to keep, or Schmaltz rather, to keep his stick in.
He hadn't scored in a while. First in 12 games. Brock Boeser, Hronek. Here's Hughes. Quinn Hughes puts one in front off his skate. Loose puck. Comes back to Hughes on the left wing. Krause with a nice move. Sharp angle shot by Carcone was blocked by Arshdeep Bains. Elias Pettersson ahead. Nice touch pass. Lekkerimäki to Ratu. Ratu in. Cuts across. Shoots. Scores! I think Arshdeep Bains tipped it.
Bains gets there. This starts with a terrific breakout play here. Pettersson to Lekkerimäki, who one touches it to Ratu. Ratu's going to drive around the traffic. The shot block attempt here by Carcone is not successful, and Ratu shot.
And that came close to clicking. Here's Garland again, curling in front. Boeser takes his pass. Centers the puck. DeBrusk, stop by Vejmelka, looks behind him, but he's got it.
Game about DeBrusk and the hard luck play that he's been in here. He hasn't scored in 6 games. That's his second or third.
Boeser deflects the puck in wide of the goal. Pettersson hustles in, first man to the puck. Garland takes his pass behind the net. Finds Hughes, who shoots. Kicked out with the left pad. Rebound, Boeser, backhander. Stopped by Vejmelka. And he falls on the puck.
Chip break, and he gets to the puck first. Look at that rebound. It's 15 feet off the pad of Vejmelka as Hughes really walks.
Look for Lankin to leave the net soon as Pettersson shoots the puck in from center. Vejmelka leaves for Cole, who shoots it around McBain. Here comes Yamamoto. 3-on-2 for Utah. Yamamoto in the middle, Stenlund to the net, backhander scores. And Garland upset, takes a poke at Marino after the puck went in. But Kevin Stenlund off the rush with 2:07 remaining has put Utah back up by 2.
Pulls Garland down. Now the Mammoth are on the rush as Garland comes back into the play. Stenlund's going to come right down the middle of the ice. Hronek can't get there, and Stenlund's able to use his reach and slide this around the...
Yeah, their only hope, really, with 1:41 remaining, was to attack early. But now a bid for the empty net is in. And John Marino from long range has made it 4-1 Utah. 20 to put it away for Utah.
Stenlund wins the draw, and Marino's got the ability to shoot from anywhere and
walk out of here with the 2 points after sweeping the Canucks in 3 meetings last year. They take this one by a 4-1 count. And Karel Vejmelka winds up making 31 saves on the heels of his 27 save shutout in Anaheim.